Hello, everyone. This is our third Spotlight episode. Today we're discussing the second most important man with superpowers versus a billionaire. As in, first is Seto Kaiba versus Yama Yugi, and secondly is the greatest gladiator match of all time.
A god versus some bitch from Krypton.
Really?
So today we're discussing, obviously going out, looking in the bubble, looking at this. Batman is the underdog going into this fight.
Yeah.
Unless you count YouTube fanboys.
If you look on paper, Batman is, he has no powers. Superman has all the powers in the world.
He really does, though.
He
used to
has.
shoot mini Superman out of his hand.
He has everything. But Batman does have. Superman doesn't have
Money.
a bank account. He has a bank account.
Superman has a reporter's salary.
Yeah.
That's not much.
That's not much at all.
He
And
poor.
Isn't Dan Penn owned by Wayne Enterprises?
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
might be.
Because
yeah.
Bruce Wayne bought it off of Lex Luthor for $1.
$1.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
It was part of a deal he made with Lois Lane. It was a really long story. That's for another
Long,
spotlight.
complicated
So-
story.
today we're going to discuss. This side, Anthony is going to discuss how Batman could pull the upset of the air and win, and Tariq is going to discuss what Superman could do to crush all your dreams, Anthony.
And I gotta, try to remain impartial because Batman is my favorite superhero.
Real quick, we will be discussing proof from comics and not touching movie logic just yet because we don't know what the strength limit for Superman is and just what the fuck Batman's bringing to the table either.
Well, the strength limit is
We're not going to involve game theory.
Fuck
We're
that
not involving
shit.
game theory.
Alright,
Yeah.
so
So
that
Batman-
video was
so
actually-
we're not touching
We're
it.
gonna discuss, leading off. Anthony just start us off how Batman can win this fight.
Okay, so as I said, we're gonna be just relying on comic books. Everything is fair game. Just gonna say this real quick. I will not be using Dark Knight Returns because every
Thank
YouTube fanboy ever born only uses Dark Knight Returns.
Thank you.
And if anything, you might use Dark Knight Returns to
I
prove your
actually
point.
I actually will be using Dark
So
Knight
I will
Returns.
not be mentioning it because it's not even a valid point. Instead, I'll mention a couple of stories. I'll mention two for sure. First one I'm going to mention is Red Sun arc. This arc is when Superman lands in Soviet Russia and is born and raised to serve the Soviet way, the communist way. Batman, because apparently if Superman's in Russia, Batman's in Russia.
Why
Batman
not?
learns about him and is like, I'm going to take your ass down.
Well, Superman killed his parents.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
You know what? It's like, spoiler alert, I guess.
Damn,
If you were
damn.
gonna read Red Sun,
It's not a spoiler. That's literally one of the first things
if you're
he
gonna
says.
read Red Sun, I guess not anymore.
Literally one of the first things Batman says is, "You killed my parents."
All right, so from here on out, if we're talking about it,
Fair game.
fair game.
Yeah.
That was fair game.
Yeah.
Spoilers are fair game.
When orphans cry.
Orphan Wars.
The Orphan Wars have begun. Anyway, Batman tricks and leads Superman into a room full of red sunlight, essentially. It simulated red sun, so Superman loses his powers in that room because the red sun is the sun that Krypton had. So, it's like draining his powers as against like the yellow sun, which gives him powers. So they're in this room, and Batman is beating the ever-living shit out of Superman. Like, it's almost not even a competition. It's just a massacre. And you know what? Batman probably could have killed the sumbitch. But you want to know what happened, folks? I'll tell you what happened. Wonder Woman comes in, saves Superman. Is like, nah, you ain't killing my man. And Batman's like, you know what?
Not
Fine.
bad.
I ain't getting captured. Kaboom! Dies. Again, I'm just...
It's a simulation, damn it.
Jesus, man. I'm not going to go into every little
Fucking
detail.
shit up.
But I mean,
But there is one example. Superman can be very cocky. Why? Because he is literally the strongest human... Well, he's the strongest being on the goddamn planet
that lives there.
Damn sure ain't
that
he.
lives there.
Technically.
Technically.
I can argue about 5 other guys
Yeah,
who could
me
really
too.
kill him really easily, but that's a spotlight for another day.
But then again,
Superman is extremely cocky. He goes into fights never going full strength and always playing around. And in this one especially because he serves the Soviet way, and this is for American propaganda, so Soviets were evil in this storyline.
Yeah.
So, he was easy to fool. And actually, in most arcs, he's pretty easy to fool. He's not the brightest of the, of the DC universe, if you know what I'm saying.
Tool in the shed.
So your main argument right here is Bruce Wayne has more brains and can outsmart Superman easily.
Listen, Superman's main adversary is a bald guy who's just smarter than him.
What story?
Yeah.
He's also a billionaire.
Yeah.
And he's also a billionaire.
He's the
You want to know
evil
what?
Batman.
You know what Bruce Wayne has over Lex Luthor? He has hair and a cool costume.
And he's
What about Lex Luthor's power suit?
But-
Does that cover his face?
But it's his power suit, and actually has an invisible shield.
Sometimes it do. Depends on the
Oh,
artist.
yeah.
So
But Batman also has his like 50,000 iron suits from hell.
But Lex Luthor has the power suit, his black and white business suit that he uses to close deals.
And sell the Daily Planet for $1.
Like that in that last episode of Justice League Unlimited.
All right. So I guess we'll take turns so that it's not just one
yeah,
of
so
us.
Shriek, you can rebuttal.
Alright, my first rebuttal is going to be talking about, I want to talk about strength level in terms of Superman. In New 52, it was revealed that that not even his peak, but one of his highest known strength limit is the weight of the planet, which is 5.972 sextillion metric tons, times 5. He was lifting that for 5 days straight and only broke a slight sweat.
Then he left the gym and found out, oh shit, Metropolis went to hell. Maybe I shouldn't have spent 5 days working out.
Yeah, that did happen. And yeah, he also was able to punch something hard enough for Batman to feel the impact of his punch in space.
What was that, Breeze? That was the feeling of Superman punching something.
In terms of comic book stories, though, one of the ones that I'm gonna mention another one from New 52. In Justice League issue number 2, Superman and Batman have had their first New 52 encounter. So at this point, they don't know too much about each other. And Batman approaches Superman and is more or less just like, hey, there's alien attacks going on. You're an alien. You should know something about this. And Superman's just like, oh, no, he didn't. And then they just start fighting. And Batman has Green Lantern on his side. But this is like the Hal Jordan Green Lantern New 52 version, who's not as devil-may-care as he used to be. He's kind of a little slow, the New 52.
A little douchey.
But mainly a lot slower than old Hal used to be.
Yeah, I
So-
don't really like New 52 Green Lantern.
So New 52 Green Lantern and Batman fought Superman, and Superman beat the ever living shit out of both of them. And that's one of the scenes from Justice League War that actually did the comic justice, showing that fight scene. And Batman actually did have kryptonite with him at one point during the fight, and Superman just kind of just said, yeah, no, fuck that. And Green Lantern's ring can actually mimic kryptonite radiation. And again, Superman was just like, yeah, fuck that ring. And he broke through every single construct that Hal could possibly make. So, yeah, that's my rebuttal for story.
Counter argument.
I still have other storylines to mention for Superman's side.
Next counter argument.
My next counter argument. Okay, so the next counter argument I'm gonna be making is also from New 52, rather recent, from the Endgame story arc. Basically, the Joker poisons the Justice League, and essentially, somehow, some way, it takes over their
Jokerizes.
minds, Jokerizes them because they all end up with big smiles. They try to kill Batman, not all of them, but like the main 4 try to kill Batman.
Green Lantern wasn't there.
Green Lantern wasn't there, but Batman would just like take the ring.
No,
He wouldn't be
He had a
concentrating.
plan.
Because he wouldn't be
He
concentrating.
had an EMP for Cyborg and
Just
something to fuck up Green Lantern's concentration.
And then just a box of matches for Martian Manhunter, but that's besides the point.
Well, Martian Manhunter's not part of Justice League.
Yeah, no. So anyway, he gets attacked by Wonder Woman, takes care of her. Gets attacked by Flash, takes care of him. Gets attacked by Aquaman. The fight never even starts. He just takes him out real quick because this is a
Aquaman
fucking
didn't even get a
street fight.
sentence. He didn't get a sentence in.
Got half a sentence in. And everything's going well, and then, Superman comes in with his unbeatable strength. Keep in mind, this is fully brain-controlled Superman, so he's trying very damn hard to kill Batman. Luckily, Batman is in this he's always armored suits. It's almost like the Hulkbuster, but Batman. Has Red Sun gauntlets for fists, and starts punching the ever-living shit out of Superman. Unfortunately, that does not go so well. Superman quite literally rips him out of the suit and tries to take him into the stratosphere. So, what does Batman do? The only thing a rich billionaire with a lot of time on his hands can do. Literally spits kryptonite gum in Superman's face. Spat it this fucking god's face. And then they both came crashing down into the ocean. Luckily, Batman used Superman as a cushion and did not die on impact. But keep in mind, this was a fully brain-controlled Superman. No part of his subconscious trying to keep him from doing shit. He was quite literally going to use his full strength and power to kill Batman.
So the argument is the unlimited bank account to...
The unlimited bank account that Batman has and his ingenuity. Motherfucker used kryptonite gum. Who the fuck uses gum to be a god?
Someone who has constant contingency
Someone
I
plans.
would if I had Hubba Bubba Max.
He gummified.
Well, it is a whole new type of bubble, but this was some different kind of shit. This is some next level Hubba Bubba.
This really was. So, my rebuttal for this is also from New 52 again. And Batman and Superman issue 1, their story where they team up with each other. The
And
Superman
then
and
the other
Batman,
each other's.
the Superman and Batman from our Earth, the new Earth or whatever they're calling it
I guess
nowadays.
Earth 1 or Earth 0. Oh, Earth 0. New 52 is Earth 0.
Oh, okay. Now they're calling it Earth Zero. Yeah. See, they keep changing the name of the Earth that the main storylines take place on. So this Earth, so the two Batman and Superman from this Earth get sent to Earth 2, and that Earth has a Batman and Superman. And the new Earth's Superman winds up fighting Earth 2's Batman, and the Earth Zero Superman fights Earth 2's Batman, and Earth Zero's Batman winds up fighting Earth 2's Superman. And the new Earth Zero Superman is not as experienced as the Earth 2 Superman that, because he's been around for like, I think 15 years or something at that point. And he's fighting a Batman whose best friend is Superman in this universe. Batman's best friend is Superman, and Batman is prepared to fight a Superman. He has a kryptonite shield that he was using to protect himself from Superman. And then this Superman was just like, oh, you have a kryptonite shield. I'm going to just get pissed and punch the shit out of it and break it. And he did. He broke through the shield with his fists and his anger and savagely beat this Batman to near death until Jonathan Kent showed up and was like, yo, nigga, stop fighting. Just stop. Because,
That's
this
your
is not
best
how we
friend.
do this. Yeah, this is your best friend. It's not how we do this here. And yeah, Batman was actually going to lose the fight, and he actually never mentioned ever losing that fight again. But also, you got to take into account in terms of like Superman's intellect, that as you've mentioned before, in terms of with Batman,
He's not the brightest of the bunch.
while Superman isn't technically as smart as Batman is, he can learn things a lot faster than Batman can with the combination of his different visions and his super speed. He can read libraries in the span of a couple minutes and learn tactics that would have taken Batman years to have read. Like, Batman, say the average human would probably take if they just did nothing but read, would take maybe
it took
a month
Batman,
to read
let's
a
say,
library.
let's be fair, let's say it took Batman about 10 to 15 years to get to where he is when he first started.
Superman can read all the books that would train him
It
to
would take him
be
about a
Batman.
day.
It'd take him not
If
even a
that.
day.
If that. I'm being generous saying a day. Probably it'd be done in the first hour.
I mean, this raises implications about his ability to keep the information and retain it. But at least in that moment, he will have the information ready for him.
Alright, my rebuttal to that, I guess, would be the fact that Superman, even when not brain controlled, whenever he fights anyone, is always holding back. Why? Because he doesn't like killing people. He does from time to time, but he does not enjoy doing it. Man of Steel aside.
Okay.
He doesn't go straight up and try to kill people. Of the many encounters he's had with Batman, he's always gone into it holding most of his power back so as not to kill the damn bastard. Batman, as I said before, does not fight fair. This is a god versus a man. There is no fair fight. There is only the winner and the loser.
Batman fought fair, it would be really unfair.
If they just fought like with honor, I'm pretty sure Batman would lose.
If they fought in jeans and the t-shirt, Batman would lose instantly, and that's not. And so it wouldn't be a fair fight. So we had to let him fight.
It really wouldn't be a fair fight. Batman will never fight fair. Don't try to make this a scenario where do they both fight fair? That is not a livable scenario.
We're not doing that.
People die in that scenario. By people, I mean Batman dies in that scenario.
Yeah.
This is what YouTube people bring up. Oh yeah, let's have them fight in jeans and a t-shirt in the middle of 59th Street or something.
No, because one punch from Superman will send them halfway to Kentucky
I'm back.
and back.
No, he's not a boomerang, guys.
He
No,
could be.
Superman
Superman
will
will
run
turn
all
him
the way
into
to Kentucky to catch him and punch him back.
He'll turn him into a human
Well,
battering.
far enough that
Yeah.
he just rotates to the rest of the Earth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it will never be a fair fight. Batman, unlike Superman, is not a nice guy. This is a guy who, instead of killing his villains, cripples them almost for life if possible.
Breathing tube on your hospital bed, have a nurse come in every hour to see if you kept yourself.
That's some kind of torture.
This is the man who beats criminals to a pulp. He is not a nice man.
This is the man
He
that
does not
Superman
fight
has
fair.
admitted he's scared of.
Not only is Superman afraid of him, but in times of dire, Superman has, in many iterations, given a kryptonite object not to Wonder Woman, not to Hal, not to Martian Manhunter, not to Flash. He gives any time in any iteration of Justice League canon or whatever
That involves kryptonite being
that involves kryptonite being given, he gives it to Batman. Why? Because Superman knows if Batman has to put Superman down, he will. Any other Justice League member will try not to. Batman will do it.
Well, I mean, the jury's still out on Wonder Woman because she's really,
Wonder
especially
Woman-
nowadays, she's really thirsty for war.
Really
And she
thirsty
has a
for
magic, and she has a magic sword, so she doesn't really need
Nowadays?
kryptonite.
really
Well, she
thirsty
is
for
the god-
war,
she is the god
but
of
she's
war.
also thirsty for Superman. So
Yeah, but
especially in New 52 iteration where they just started dating.
'cause
out of nowhere.
I think Kingdom Come really shows how
Everybody
like
gets
thirsty for war
lonely.
she is. And also, he kind of cut his finger on her magic sword, and it was funny.
Pretty
but-
much.
But her love for fighting, though.
Everybody
She is
gets
the god of
lonely.
war now, so.
She is the god of war. Like, I don't even like the god of war. She
Well,
is
she
the
is
god of
the-
Yeah,
war.
she is. All right, so I want to bring up Injustice for a minute. So in Injustice, in this universe, Lois Lane, Superman is tricked into killing Lois Lane
And their unborn child.
and their unborn child because it was a combination of Joker venom and Scarecrow's fear toxin that made him see Doomsday. So Superman was just savagely beating the shit out of what he thought was Doomsday, and it was just an unconscious Lois.
If you're keeping track, Joker's done a lot of shit to Superman so far in this
Yeah.
thing.
I know.
And so Batman was actually the one that realized that, oh shit, this is just a fucking toxin, and Superman, what you're seeing isn't real. But by that point, Superman had already killed Lois, and this.
You didn't get to the worst part. What happened when her heart stops?
Yeah. So when her heart stopped, it detonated a bomb that killed
Destroyed Metropolis.
everyone in Metropolis.
Because
Everyone.
Superman can handle Joker without a problem, right? You
Even-
two fanboys, right?
No, Joker's one of the few villains that can take on the Justice League and be fine. He's beaten Wonder Woman, Flash, and Superman without much difficulty. The only hero that has really been, besides Batman, that's been shown to take on Joker without much difficulty is like Green Arrow or Green Lantern. That's because Green Arrow is literally Batman with
bow and arrow.
bow and arrow time.
I swear, Steve, if you go
And-
pew pew.
Green Lantern is Green Lantern.
Yeah.
He's in another class.
Hal Jordan's just like, what up?
How Jordan gives no fucks. But so throughout the Injustice line, Superman, you slowly see Superman's descent into evil as he tries to purge the world of evil, going as far as to actually gain a Yellow Lantern power ring.
Doesn't keep it though. He doesn't need it.
Yeah, his main bitch told him to get rid of it, and he did. So yeah. Wonder Woman told him, "Hey, take off the yellow ring, or I won't talk to you." And he's like, "Okay."
I need to get laid. That's more important.
He needed to get laid that night.
So in Injustice: Gods Among Us, issue 36, which was year 2, Superman was starting to, think maybe I should kill Bruce because Bruce is still against me at this point. So he shows up to the Batcave and he proceeds to beat Bruce to a pulp. Like, Batman had no time to react to this. Like, he didn't even know the attack was coming, and he actually wound up breaking Batman's back over his knee like Bane did in Nightfall. But, I mean, technically Superman didn't even win that fight because the winner of that fight was actually Alfred.
The real winner of this scenario is Alfred. Why? Because on several occasions, Alfred takes off the white gloves, puts on some brass knuckles, and beats the ever-living shit out of both of our heroes.
Yeah, but in that instance, he just
Kryptonite
headbutted
pill
Superman in the
anyway?
face. He headbutted Superman in the face, and that was it. It was GG for Superman. He's like, Master Clark, I am not calling you Master anymore. You don't deserve the title. I'm taking Bruce, and we're leaving. And if you try to stop us, I am gonna kick your ass.
And proceeded to kick his ass.
But Superman still beat Batman in that fight. That part is undeniable.
We're now going to move to a part that might make this video almost moot and why? The real reason Batman vs Superman is happening, the movie, not so we can see them fight, although that is going to be absolutely amazing, but so we can eventually see them team up. Because what's better than seeing Batman fight Superman?
Batman teaming up with Superman.
And if you look at some of the best comics in DC's archives, it's Batman and Superman teaming up to kick the ever-living shit out of anyone who dares cross them.
Some poor.
Because they're evil!
They are called the world's finest for a reason.
What the fuck?
A small example: Batman, Superman, Public Enemies. They are the only two heroes who go against Lex Luthor for the most part, who is at that point is president, and puts the biggest bounty you've ever seen on Superman's head. Batman joins in and is like, sure, why not? I got nothing better to do. The Joker's in jail right now.
And they proceed to fight majority of the DC universe.
Very much, if they're a villain, they all came to one spot. It's like, hey, look, Batman and Superman, let's kick their ass. And they all proceeded to get their asses kicked by both of them.
Batman even going as far as to fight Lady Shiva with one hand.
And won. Again. Because, yes, he beats Lady Shiva repeatedly. The best fighter of the DC Universe gets her ass kicked by Batman repeatedly.
Yep.
But no, she's still a better fighter than Batman for some reason, because, you know,
Comic book logic.
whatever the fuck is wrong with that.
That's literally it.
These two are quite literally best friends, which is why they fight so goddamn much. Their ideologies are so... And this friendship of theirs explains why, of all the people in the Justice League, Superman trusts Batman. Not Wonder Woman, not Hal Jordan, not Barry.
Flash.
None of them. He trusts Bruce Wayne Batman with a kryptonite, depending on the universe, either bullet, ring, or just chunk. But he always gives it to Batman.
He could have given it to Booster Gold.
Really could have, and
But then Booster Gold would tweet it on fucking whatever he uses.
it's because he should just be Nathan Fillion. That's another debate. But yeah, their friendship is what leads them to fight sometimes, but it's also what leads them to respect each other, and it's also why they are the greatest two heroes ever created,
Yep.
both DC and Marvel. It's Batman, Superman, and everybody else.
Yeah, pretty much. Even if you look in the animated series and you see how like limited Superman is and his abilities there, you still see them team up and you're just like, yo, you know shit's about to go down.
So I mean, how many asses are they about to kick in the next 30 minutes?
All of them.
Twice over.
Pretty much.
You want good examples of this would be, as I said before, Batman, Superman, Public Enemies is a great example, both the comic and animated movie. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it was, and it was fantastic. If it's not on Netflix, it's on YouTube in its entirety. You just have to go from part to part. So, you know, that's not too bad.
Also, Batman, Superman, Apocalypse. While the artwork in the animation,
Yeah, no,
isn't
that animation
great,
is weird, but it's
but
still
the
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, and the
Batman.
story is not that bad.
You literally have... You want to know how Batman beats Darkseid in a fight? Not with fists, with his fucking words. It's amazing.
He talked Darkseid down.
He talked Darkseid down, and then later on, Superman just kicks the ever-living shit out of
And
him.
Darkseid's the guy that normally just like beats the shit out of Superman like most of the time. And Batman fought him, and Batman's just like, stand down or I blow up your planet. And he's like, what? What? You gonna blow up my planet? And Batman's just like, yeah, I will.
Darkseid doesn't believe him at first because, like, I have that shit encoded. Batman proceeds to give him the fucking password.
And Darkseid realized on that day he fucked up.
He messed with the wrong man.
Darkseid even pointed out if Superman or Wonder Woman would have made that fucking gamble, that they would have lost, because he would have beat the shit out of them. But not him, a regular human, was able to talk down a literal, well, technically he's a new god too, so, or an evil new god.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, let's take Superman and just increase his strength just a tad bit more.
I mean, he's technically part of the new god thing.
Yeah,
anyway, so.
he's a god, okay? It's a god being talked down by Batman.
Yep.
Someone tell me, make the argument that Batman isn't useful anymore. Someone please try to make that argument.
Because that's about how Batman's the one who actually killed Darkseid in the comics in
'Cause,
Final
you know,
Crisis.
Time bullet.
And then the Green Lantern Corps showed up after the fact. They're like, yeah, we're here. Oh, he's dead already.
Who killed him? Oh, it was Batman. What?
Granted, Batman technically died from that, but, you know, he still got the job done.
On the bright side, we got Caveman and Pirate Batman out of the deal, so yay.
Alright, so, like this video, comment, like the video, comment who you think who won the debate, who you think is better, Batman or Superman.
The debate, not who would win in a fight, because as said by Batman multiple occasions, I'm just going to quote the one from Endgame, when these two fight, no one wins. Because they are a team and they are better as a team.
Yeah, so comment if you won the debate, Tariq or Anthony. Like the video. Click over here for our Batman vs Superman unboxing. Click over here. For our other spotlight, talk about the other greatest detective of all time, Sherlock.
What are you pointing at?
The annotation.
You'll see.
Oh my gosh.
Tune in later this week for our new Zoom. Peace out, Girl Scouts. It's been a pleasure.
Go watch Batman vs Superman.
Do it.
Do it. Repeatedly.
And then watch all Doctor Who, because all we didn't watch. I'm like, what?
And Civil War. 'cause-
And Power Rangers. Alright, Ghost over, guys.